Extending from the Alps to the southern Mediterranean coast of France, Provence is a region where the variety of landscapes is one of the main traits, and this is one of the least representative ones.
I started my trip in historical French region called Provence in the Alps in National Park Ecrins. Here, quite far from the Côte d'Azur and Parfum regions.
This is a completely isolated natural space that makes a nice contrast to the crowded coastal towns that await later on.
Not as well known, but so gorgeous.
The high mountain peaks, the glaciers and screes, and the very scarce vegetation due to the altitude frame a really diverse landscape.
And I'm actually on the high over 2,000 meters and still have enough of air to breathe. And these tops with the glacier, they reach 4,000 meters.
And it's interesting to note that due to the global warming, these glaciers are higher than before, since they are retreating, so this is a space in which the environmental change is happening at the moment.
It is hard to imagine that centuries ago all this territory was covered with the snow during the Ice Age, like mostly all of the Alps. And that's probably not the picture people have about Provence. But it is Provence.
The main valley in which I am hiking was very evidently carved by a glacier. The U-shape and the remnant presence of its former tributaries of ice gives it easily away. In the park, there are up to 740 kilometers of hiking trails, in which you can explore different periglacial environments, but these are serious mountains, and it can be dangerous to go in high areas or to walk on the ice of the glaciers. There can be potential hazards, and it's even obvious on the place names.
Just in between those two glaciers, there is a col des Avalanches, which means from French language a mountain pass of avalanche. Actually, the word avalanche comes to English language from French.
The park has two glaciers, named the Glacier Blanc, White Glacier, and Glacier Noir, Black Glacier, the colors indicating the presence or absence of moraines, and as such the color of its surface. But now it's time for me to continue.
Allez, allez!